Hey guys, welcome to another video here at Colubrids. Just hanging out. I got some amazing news. We had a love triangle between Vegas, Nevada, and Crimson. Vegas, my beautiful Miami Tessera from Huddleston. Picked her up in 2019. A little baby, grew up big. And I picked up Vegas the year later, just a tiny thing. Miami Tessera from Huddleston, top-notch quality, beautiful examples. Paired them up, but there was no interest. So I also paired Vegas with Crimson, an A-male Miami buff from VMS Herps, all amazing bloodlines. I didn't see any action with them either. I left the lay box in and she laid eggs. They finally hatched. We didn't know who the father was, but now I do. So in this video, I'm gonna show you the journey to get to this point. I'm gonna show you these beautiful babies, and we're gonna separate them and put them each in their own bin. And now it's time to cap it off with a beautiful cup of coffee on this beautiful day. Now here's a toast to you, to these beautiful animals, and to everybody. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a nice strong cup of coffee. That brown sugar. Oh yeah. So today is Saturday, exactly a week after Daytona. I've been waiting on these eggs to start hatching for a while. Came back from Daytona, still nothing. I got something to show you guys. Now take a close look at that egg on the bottom. You see the yolk coming out, a slit, and that's a pip. Now this was from Nevada, my beautiful Miami Tessera from Huddleston. Now we paired her with Vegas, who's also the same from Huddleston, beautiful Miami Tessera. And I didn't see any action at all. So then I paired her with Crimson, and I didn't see any action with them either. But then she laid eggs, so we don't know who the father is. And now the excitement begins. Alright, so I just came home from work. My fiance had texted me earlier. These started pipping yesterday, and one's out of the egg. My fiance texted me earlier saying that one came out the egg. And as you know, this is from the clutch that we don't know who the father is yet. So let's take a quick look at the baby that came out. And there is the first baby that came out, a beautiful Miami Tessera. Now from this, it's looking like it's Vegas who the father is. This looks just like Vegas and Nevada, but as you know, if Crimson is the father, it'll be a mixed clutch, so there's still a possibility we would get a baby that looks like this. So I can't tell yet for sure who the father is until a couple more of these start to hatch out. We do have more that are pipping out, probably be out later tonight or tomorrow. So I just got home. Yesterday when I came home, one baby was out of the egg and the rest were pipping out. And now I see a stack of beautiful Miami Tesseras. Let's take a quick look and see if everyone hatched or if there's still some babies that are in the egg and what exactly they look like. Try and figure out who the father is to this clutch. Now guys, check this out. I was checking the eggs. I thought everybody was out of all the eggs. It looked like 6 snakes there, but this guy was still in his egg. So I gently put him back down, and he started just shooting out of the egg while he was in my hand still. So I'm just gonna let him hatch out right here. Look at this beautiful Miami tessera. Never had an egg hatch out like this right in my hand. I always let them hatch out naturally, but I just was going through the eggs. They all looked deflated and they looked like everyone hatched. And this guy was a little surprised in the egg and he popped out. Almost scared me. Now, as I was walking back inside, the baby shot out of the egg, but it stayed in my hand. It's slippery from the egg yolk. And there it is in all its glory. Look at the side pattern. Oh man, this is gonna be a beautiful baby. Almost perfect. I'm so excited about this clutch. Oh baby. Alright, so now we're gonna take a look at the babies for the first time after they all shed out.
Now you can see on that one we're looking at right there, the head has a little maroon coming in on the head stamp. Some of the others do and some don't. But look at these amazing looking patterns. These are all Miami tesseras from the amazing Carol Huddleston Stock. Raised those babies up from just tiny things, bred them, and look at the result. You want to produce the best, you gotta start with the best. So let's take a close look at these babies.
Alright guys, take a look at this beautiful, beautiful clutch. Amazing babies. I'm so happy. Now take a close look. So Vegas and Nevada are Miami tesseras, and Crimson is an A-male buff Miami. He's not a tessera. So looking at these, we weren't sure who the father was, and now we do know it is Vegas. Vegas, the original pairing. So I'm really, really happy about that. And if it wasn't Vegas, I would have still been really excited because I wouldn't even know exactly what the babies would come out looking like. So nonetheless, solid Miami tesseras right here. And take a look at these beautiful babies. Now I'm gonna take a couple of these out one by one and give you a close look at them. Alright guys, we're gonna start off with baby number one. Since there's only 6 babies in the clutch, I'll show them to you one by one and put them in the bin. And I'm so amazed at how calm this baby is. I don't know if they're gonna all be as calm as this one, but off camera when I picked them up, just sitting in my hand, almost like a puppy dog, just sitting there. And something that caught my eye about this one is that perfect tessera pattern. The stripe on top doesn't even break, it's perfect. Sides, look at that, it's like a work of art. It looks a lot like Vegas and a little bit like Nevada, and the belly is pretty clear with just some markings throughout. Now I like the wild type look, the classical Okatee look, with a lot of the extreme abbots, Okatees and such. Not a big fan of the tessera in those forms, but when it comes to Miami Cornsnakes, Miami tessera is absolutely beautiful. I also love the regular wild type look, that Okatee look. If I ever find a really nice one, I'll definitely add it to the collection so I can make both tessera and regular wild type looks. But this is absolutely amazing. Look at that stripe, perfect. The sides, absolutely amazing. So we got the bin set up. Let's put baby number one in his bin, and then I'll come out with baby number two. So after showing you these amazing babies, I'm gonna be showing the parents, Vegas and Nevada, so you can get a nice close look at them. Look at this guy, he is so calm. Just relaxed in my hand. And if I didn't say it before, those dark blacks will turn maroon And there will be some black outlining around. There will be some black outlining around the maroons, and it'll see how extreme it really is. But the darker they are like this as babies, they're usually really bold looking adults. And all you need, nice fresh water, some aspen, whatever you like to use as bedding. We got the toilet paper roll cut in half as a hide, and an escape-proof rack. Oh yeah. All right, guys, take a look. This is baby number 2. Look at the sides on this one, really different. The sides are really like a work of art. I say that about a lot of these, but this one really stands out. And the top, perfect stripe. That's what I love. Vegas has a perfect stripe with that really nice artistic looking side pattern. Vegas is the father, the sire. And Nevada has an almost perfect stripe, but she has it broken up in a couple of pieces. So I like that perfect stripe look. And I believe I have 1 or 2 babies where the stripe is broken up, but this one, another perfect. Now these are born black and silver. They almost look anery. If you didn't know any better and you didn't look at the head, you'd think they're aneries. But that black turns into a nice deep maroon, and some of the black stays outlining the maroon. You'll be able to see if it's a really extreme or just a regular, depending on how much of that black is in the pattern. But the darker they're born, usually they're more bold and more extreme as adults. Now it's really an amazing feeling. I bought Nevada in 2019 and Vegas the following year in 2020 as tiny babies with hopes to raise them up and breed them one day. And now they bred, and this is the outcome. It's such a special feeling when you buy them as babies, raise them up yourself, and see this success. So now take a look at baby number 3. This one also a perfect stripe. This one's a little bit smaller than the last baby I showed you, and a little bit more maroon at this age coming in. Perfect stripe. Beautiful pattern on the sides. Now if you didn't know, Miami Cornsnakes, one of my favorite corn snakes out of all of the corn snakes. I just love them, especially really nice examples. So far I've been also feeling for any kinks in the bones. So far everyone perfect, no kinks at all. This is baby number 3, so we still have 3 more to go. I'm not sexing them yet. Let them get a couple of meals in them, and then I'm gonna sex them. And that's baby number 3. So take a look, this is baby number 4. This one almost has no maroon at all in the head, just solid black. I'm amazed at how almost all of these came out with a perfect stripe on top. Now I do have 1 or 2 in there that have a broken pattern. I'm gonna go grab that one next. Baby number 4. So take a look at baby number 5. This one, you see how the stripe's not perfect. It breaks up in 2 spots, I think, maybe 3. 1 and 2 right there, those 2 little gaps. And you know what, sometimes when you have a little breakage in the stripe, it gives it a little uniqueness, especially when all of the babies have a perfect stripe. Something a little different. All these babies are really calm. A lot of times people online, when they're ordering a snake, they say, is it okay for my child to handle? Obviously, I wouldn't recommend a young child handling a newborn snake, and that's why I don't sell my snakes right out of the egg after like 2 or 3 meals. I usually wait about 2 months at least before making my snakes available. Make sure they get at least 8 or 9 meals or more into them, get them nice and strong, but they're really calm. You can see a child can actually, if supervised, handle these. As I was saying, a child can handle these even at this young age, as long as they're supervised. Now, there's always exceptions to the rule. Sometimes you might have one that's a little bit more wild, but you can see overall these are pretty calm. And I never like to use the word puppy dog tame because these are snakes and not puppies. Now baby number 6 has the nicest head stamp in the clutch. It almost looks like a king's crown. That is a killer head stamp with that nice maroon red. Now the stripe is almost perfect. It has a couple of slight imperfections, but it's not a break in the stripe. You see it's like a slight marking, but pretty much almost perfect striping. Sides look amazing. Now I'm running my fingers along the snake, checking for any imperfections, any kinks in the bones. Gotta be delicate, but apply enough pressure where you could feel the kink, but you don't want to apply too much pressure and hurt the snake. Every snake in this clutch perfect, no kinks. Now this is baby number 6, and this is an absolute beauty. Hard to see the head stamp perfectly on camera, but this one is special. So now let me give you a quick look at the parents to these beautiful babies, starting with Vegas, the male. Look at Vegas, look at that pattern on the side. I was telling you some of the babies are demonstrating that work of art look of a pattern. And look at the top. You see how it turns maroon, but then there's a little bit of black. That shows you how extreme the animal will be. Vegas, a nice size. Beautiful corn snake. Look how calm he is. Just grazing my arm. Has no worries in the world. He's gonna get fed later today. And look at those blacks and maroons on the side. Just an amazing beautiful corn snake. And those babies are gonna probably look just like this, maybe even more extreme than him. Now let me show you Nevada. Alright guys, take a look at Nevada. Nevada has definitely bolder markings and more extreme markings than Vegas, but her stripe on top is broken up in many parts. This girl is a lot bigger than Vegas. She's a little bit darker maroon. When she was a baby, I'll show you a picture. She was really dark. And that's why I liked her so much. Had that deep, rich maroon color. You could see she is really nice and dark. And look at that patterning. She is an absolute beauty. So imagine the depth of color that she has, combined with that perfect stripe on top, with that beautiful work of art between Vegas and Nevada. Those babies are going to be amazing. And this almost reminded me of the 1990s talk show, Jerry Springer, and what's the other one, Maury Povich, when they were like, you were not the father, trying to figure out who the father was, but now we know. So everything is smooth sailing from here. And I actually had to tone it down with the feeding. A little bit with her. She got a little bit thinner. She started really getting stocky and almost a little bit on the obese side. So I started feeding her every other week, and now she's back to a normal size. So now I'm feeding her weekly, just not jumbo mice, large mice. And that's about it. She's plenty big. Oh yeah. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I really enjoyed showing you those babies, and that was the first time I actually separated the babies and looked at them individually. So we did that both on camera. I didn't look at them off camera, I just saw them in a bundle. So that was my first time, and it's always amazing sharing that with you guys. Now this is Nevada just hanging out. I'm gonna put her back. I got some rodents I gotta thaw out. I'm gonna be doing some feedings tonight off camera, but I'm so glad you guys were here to see this, and these babies will all be available soon. Just gotta get them eating, established, gain a little bit of size and strength, and they'll be available. Without further ado, I'm gonna go thaw out those rodents, grab something to cook after that for myself, and I'm just gonna relax. That caffeine's got me feeling great, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next one. Be safe. Let that airplane go by. I usually wait until about now we got a motorcycle going by. Now we got a helicopter going by.